Hi everyone, Reverend Al here again from my living room to yours. We've lit a candle again today, and this time the candle to my right is for gratitude. We're talking today about gratitude in a kind of a roundabout way. As many of you know, that I have the privilege of being moderator for webinars talking about resilience in the time of COVID 19, particularly for our frontline workers. And currently, we're focusing on the medical community. And so we held another one of these events 2 days ago, and it was really quite powerful. We had a panel of nurses. This week we focused on the nursing community, particularly because it's Appreciate Nurse Week. And of course, we're concerned about the frontline staff that's working so diligently helping ill people. And so we are privileged to have a panel of nurses from across the country and those who are department heads of nursing teams talking about how they deal personally as well as the leaders supporting their nursing teams. It was really quite incredible. One of the focus lecturers of our session was the professor of clinical ethics at the Berman Institute of Bioethics and the School of Nursing at Johns Hopkins University. Her name is Cinda Hyland Rushton. And Cinda shared remarkable things with us about how folks can find resilience through the hard, difficult time of doing jobs and work that they've committed themselves to. And I got thinking about it after the session and realized this would be really something good for us to think about on our day-to-day spiritual path, because really what she shared is what we all humans can be doing. So I'm thinking that during this time of COVID-19, and we're wrestling with how to help parents and how to support our coworkers and commitments that we're making to step out and take risks to help folks, that maybe this session would be helpful if we just talked a little bit about how we take care of each other. Cinda used a great acronym that I want to briefly share, which is she calls GRACE. G, she would remind us, is gathering our intention. She invited us to just sit for a moment and breathe. Breathe in, breathe out, and focus on our breath. Taking that intentional time, and then as we do, think about, why am I doing what I'm doing? What called me to do it? So I'm gathering here particularly just to focus on this moment. And doing that begins to help us relax into the moment. R is recall the intention. Why am I doing it in the first place? Why have I made the commitment to help my neighbor, check on my parents, call the doctor, do the job I'm doing, which may keep me on the front lines and possibly in a hazardous environment? A, attuning first to ourselves. This, she emphasized the importance, and in fact, it seems like all of the panel, in one way or another, talked about this importance of asking ourselves, how am I doing in this moment? How am I? What's going on with my body? What's going on with my heart? Are my thoughts negative or positive? What am I doing right this moment? I could check in with ourselves. And then the question, a part of that would be, what am I bringing to the encounter? What is it I'm bringing to the person I'm going to talk to on the phone, or the family member that I'm going to see 6 feet apart, or the worker I'm going to check in with, or the Zoom meeting I'm going to be participating in? What am I bringing? So first, how am I doing? And then what will I be bringing into the folks that I connect with? And I think at this particular time of isolation and working solo, and our minds can carry us in all different directions, it's kind of important to do that. And then C, for this acronym GRACE, consider the way that I will best serve. What is it that I will bring to this situation or to this person that will best serve? Or another way to put it, best help. What is the best approach I might have? What is it that I will offer that can be supportive? And then E, in acting. Move from considering what's best to do to actually doing it. Doing it in a respectful, compassionate, and just way. All of us can consider, maybe I should call my mom, or maybe I should check in with the church, or maybe I should attend a Zoom meeting for personal self-care, be it a 12-step program or a therapist. So considering it is one thing, and then actually doing it is another. We have found, according to Cinda and the professionals that shared this acronym of GRACE with her, we found that it really does help people a lot to help us all center and be in the moment. And I would suggest, after so much time and multiple weeks of being isolated, that having time to take care of ourselves in this manner is really worth considering. The final thing, and I want to leave with you today, is one of my roles as moderator was to respond to questions that come up on the chat line of a Zoom meeting. And one of the questions was directly to Cinda, asking how is the best way for nursing teams to support each other. And she shared an experience which I just thought was so appropriate for today. She indicated that many groups will get together and have a moment of gratitude. Just going around the circle and saying one thing that they're grateful for that day. Maybe at the end of the shift, maybe at the beginning of the shift, maybe on a phone call with a friend, but that intentional time of saying something we're grateful for. That reminds me, every day, scriptures from all the world's major religions encourage us to, in all things, give thanks. Grateful. Look around you. What in your life are you grateful for today? It's easy for us to talk about, well, I can't get to the grocery store without waiting outside in a cold, brisk day, or I have to wear masks and they're not becoming, or I can't get a haircut, or I'm worried about my job. It can go on and on and on. I ask you today, what are you grateful for? If you're sitting with a friend, look to them and tell them what you're grateful for. If you're alone, just begin to make a list, maybe in paper or in your mind, about something and others that you are grateful for. I totally believe on this weekend where we're about to honor mothers, and even though we may not be near our mothers, this is a busy time and a family time of year, I encourage you to seek ways to express your gratitude. And sometimes it begins with just an internal conversation of telling and reminding ourselves of our gratitude for so many gifts of our lives. Thank you for sharing time with me today. I hope something I shared offers help. Amen.